Abby. Is Feyre Starborn? Hello, I'm Ronnie.
I'm Abby.
And this is Dragons in the Details, where we pick apart your favorite fantasy series. This week, we are digging into our favorite lovely wicked liar, Feyre Archeron. Abby, is Feyre Starborn?
Yes, Feyre is Starborn, but she's Starborn because she has Rhys's power, right? So Rhys gave her a kernel of her power. We talked about Rhys being Starborn at length. That kernel of his power gives her the Starborn ability. That is why she has a connection to the cauldron, because the Asteri corrupted the cauldron. Rhys is of the Asteri bloodline. That is the connection. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We talked about Feyre having this white light.
Yep.
That is seemingly unaccounted for. I think this is Bryce's Starborn power. So just some quotes to compare. We're going back to when Feyre was battling Eris. She said, "I didn't give Eris time to read my move. I sucked in a sharp breath. White, blinding light erupted from me. Eris swore and I ran." From Bryce exploded. White, blinding light ruptured from her, unleashed from that secret place in her heart. Word for word, the same. White, blinding light, right? Erupted. Yep. White, blinding light. Obviously, the similarities, Feyre glowing when her and Rhys have sex, Bryce glows when her and Hunt have sex. There's just a lot of parallels. One thing that I think is important here, and we'll talk about this more in the next episode too, but Bryce in Crescent City 3, when she takes that second third of her Starborn power from the prison, that is not Celene's Starborn power. That is Thea's Starborn power, right?
Yeah.
I think that's a little bit confusing, but Selene has a third of Thea's Starborn power because Thea has split it up between Selene, Helena, and herself, right? So the mother gets a third of it, and the daughters each get a third. But the daughters also have their own Starborn power. Bryce takes Thea's Starborn power from the prison. That is the Starborn power that Selene is able to transfer to the prison through the harp. It's not Selene's power herself. So Selene's power, unaccounted for at the moment.
I think this was one of those things where I kind of earmarked it, and because I feel like we should talk about it in a more dedicated manner later, but I think we should talk about this morning star and evening star concept, because you're right, Selene's power is unaccounted for. It's passed through Rhys's line, and Rhys has a lot of starry elements, but he is darkness, right? He's dark, not light. And Feyre, whatever she receives from him, interestingly, is light. I don't know how this. I'm also still in the middle of my Crescent City reread, so this very well could become obvious to me in the next week or two. But this morning star concept and evening star concept, and how important the light is to being Starborn. I don't know if I fully understand that yet, but I feel like there's a difference between these people with the power of night and the power of starlight.
I totally agree with you. I don't think it is clear. Do you want to know what's really interesting? I didn't bring this up in the Rhys episode, but you saying morning star and evening star, this triggered my mind. I was looking up Vesperus and the actual name Vesperus and what it means. I don't remember. I don't remember.
So Hesperus does mean evening star.
Hesperus means evening star. Yeah. But according to Wikipedia, and Hesperus and Vesperus, they're both Asteri. They seemingly are on different places, and they both claim the name of the evening star. In some cultures, Vesperus is called Lucifer, and Lucifer's last name is Morningstar, right? Yeah. Lucifer Morningstar. Yeah. So, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah. And you know who else's name means Morningstar?
Who?
If you don't already know this, you're going to
take a
moment. Danica.